How you guys doing? It's 514 Mystic from BookieBullies.com, and this is a little something I like to call the rundown. And before I start, I'd like to wish you guys a happy holidays. Hope you guys enjoyed. You know what I mean? We're back to work today. I did say that I wouldn't be giving any plays during the holiday season. I gave a couple on New Year's Eve. Hope you guys followed. Hope you guys cashed. If you didn't, that's too bad because there was a good bit of winners to end the year. Anyways, that's enough ranting for me. Let's start and get right to the top. Starting with the NHL, we got the Colorado Avalanche versus the New York Islanders. Islanders underdog at home. They're on a two-game losing streak. Colorado, they're on a two-game winning streak. They got Frank Kuz at net for Colorado, and Islanders are going to have Varlamov. Now, mind you, this is going to be Varlamov going against his old team. Not the first time these teams see each other, but Varlamov, I believe, is going to be the first time he sees this team since getting traded. So, well, not getting traded, but signing with the Islanders. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Colorado's pretty confident because obviously they know this goalie very well. They practice all their shots on him and everything. And also Varlamov knows this team very well, and he also has the backup of Barry Trotz. So he has Barry Trotz in his hand, who's actually a goalie maker. So honestly, I honestly like the Islanders, despite being on a two-game losing streak. I like the Islanders to win this game to bounce back after their losses. I just don't really like a road favorite, especially when they're such heavy favorites. I like the Islanders in this game. I'm gonna have to roll with them. Um, but again, it's gonna be a that's kind of a ballsy pick because, like I said, Colorado they know this team very well. They know this goalie very well. They know his weaknesses. They know if he kneels down left, if he lies down for chip shots. They know his tendencies. So it's gonna be a little bit of a it's gonna be a rocky game, but I like Islanders to win this game. Honestly, 5.5 is the total. I don't really have a play in that. I'll have to skip over that. Next, we got Toronto versus Edmonton. Toronto's on a three-game win streak where they actually covered the spread or the puck line in each of the three games that they played. So they're looking mighty nice. Not so hot in the last 10, but if we're going by the last few games, they've been impressive. Edmonton, they are right. Drysaddle, Drysaddle and McDavid, they're both playing all right. I don't really have a play in this game because I can't bank on Toronto. 144 on your buck is what the home favorite is paying, and the underdog is 285, and I can't really trust Edmonton. 6.5 is the total. I'd go over. I'd lean over, but I don't have a play in this game. Next, we got Winnipeg versus Montreal. Jets, they got Connor Hellebuck at net. Montreal got Carey Price at net, overpaid for nothing. They're stupid favorite tonight, paying 168 on your buck, so 68 cents on your buck. 6.5 is the total. Um, Connor Hellebuck is just a tad better than Price. Price is allowing about 3 goals a game, so not very good on either end. I don't like either of these teams. If I had to pick a play, I would go with Winnipeg. Quite frankly, Montreal's on a 5-game losing streak, haven't been able to secure W's. I can't roll with Montreal. I'm sorry, so it'd have to be Winnipeg or nothing, and I can't roll with Winnipeg. So no play in this game. Next, we got the Columbus Blue Jackets versus the Kings. On some books, you might see the Kings as favorite. Over here, I see it as a pick'em. Um, and it should be a pick 'em. Both these teams are shit, and I don't have a play in this game. If I had to pick a play, I would go to over 5.5 and live with the results. We got Jonathan Quick at net, and he's going to be going up against. Shoot, I'm drawing a blank. But, anyways, I don't have a play in this game outside of the total being over 5.5. Very evenly matched team, and I think they could both score buckets on each other. Or, they could both find the back of the net on each other. Sorry for my analogy. Anyways, we're going to go move on right along to the NBA. In the NBA, we got the Brooklyn Nets versus the Orlando Magic. Brooklyn, they got Caris LeVert back, but that doesn't really matter. They're looking about Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, not sure if he's going to come back anytime soon. If he's going to do surgery, he's probably trying to avoid it. Anyways, long story short, Orlando's favorite 5.0, 212.5 is the total. I don't have a play in this game. I don't trust Orlando to cover any spread. 212 is kind of a lot, but like Brooklyn doesn't play defense. So, yeah. Next game we got Boston versus the Wizards. Boston probably still going to be without Kemba Walker. I'm going to look out for that just to make sure that he's playing or not. They're 8.5 favorites against the Wizards. Wizards are like a G League team right now. They should be getting Isaiah Thomas back, who was suspended for a few games. 8.5 is the spread. Uh, it's a fade of the spread for Boston, so they might end up bringing it down from 8.5 to 8.0. 226.5 is the total. Um, I like the under in this game. Honestly, Wizards don't go under, and I shouldn't be giving out the under, but I like the under in that game. But I don't necessarily like the spread here. So I'm going to have to stay off. Next, we got Indy versus Charlotte. Indiana Pacers, they're 5.0 favorites. 208.5 is the total. I like the Pacers to cover. If barring all injuries, I like the Pacers to cover against Charlotte. Pacers, low key, probably one of the best teams in the league at covering the spreads. You could count on this team. You might not know many of them, but you could count on this team. Next, we got OKC versus Philly. Philly's at home, 7.5 favorites. 211.5 is the total. The total should probably go under. I like the under more than anything else. Philly 7.5 favorites is not a very good pick. I don't like it. Gonna move on to other things. Denver versus Atlanta. Denver's on the road, 7.5 favorites. 223.5 is the total. I'd go with the under if anything, just to secure a dub. Like, because Denver would probably want to play some defense if they want to secure a W. Atlanta, they got Trae Young. Young Trae Young is a bad boy, and I think they could pull off a victory any given night. If you give them a chance, they could hit some buckets. But I like the under in this game more than anything else. Next, we got the Utah Jazz versus the Pelicans. Utah favorite 4.5. Jazz, they've been playing well in the last few games. They've been covering spreads. New Orleans, they've also been playing well. They've also been covering spreads. 219.5 is the total. New Orleans been playing some defense. So has the Jazz. And New Orleans been getting some W's. I like the under again. We're gonna make unders great again. I like the under in this game. I also like the Jazz to cover, but I can't trust them, so I'm gonna have to move on from that. But I like the under 219.5. I think it's gonna be a close game, and I think maybe even New Orleans pulls this off. Anyways, next we got Dallas versus Chicago. Dallas 9.5 favorites. We're seeing a fade of Dallas, so that might go down to a 9.0, maybe 8.5 if you're lucky before the end of the day. 217.0 is the total. I like I like Dallas to cover the spread. Honestly, they shoot so many threes. The Bulls, if they can't hit, they're gonna be in trouble tonight. So no play in the totals. Next we got because if I had to pick a play in the totals, I'd go over 217, but no play in the totals. Next we got the Bucks and the Spurs. Bucks, barring all injuries, I like the Bucks to cover this spread. 7.0 is easy money. Even if Giannis Antetokounmpo is not playing, I like the Bucks to cover this spread. Spurs are garbage. They're really not good, and Greg Popovich got his hands full with this team right now. He has a lot of work to do. Next is the Warriors and the Kings. I would love to bet on the Warriors to cover the spread, but I can't bet on either of these teams. Gonna stay away from that game. 214.0 is the total. Maybe I'll go with the under. Best pick available in this game. So go with the under. And that's pretty much it for me. So going from the top, going to give you guys the Bookie Buddies rundown. But before I do that, I'd love for you guys to go ahead and smash that like button, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're posted anytime I post videos like these. If you see what I did there. So anyway, starting from the top, we got the New York Islanders money line, the over 5.5 in the Columbus versus Kings game. That's the only thing we got going on in hockey. Then we got the under 226.5 in Boston. Got the Pacers to cover a 5-point spread. The under 211.5 in OKC versus Philly. Got the under 223.5 in Denver versus Atlanta. Got the under 219.5 in Utah versus the Pelicans. Got Dallas to cover the 9.5. Got the Bucks to cover the 7.0. And the under 214 in the Warriors late night game. That's 10 plays. They will be posted on my Twitter for a change. And starting tomorrow, you can start looking out for my free plays. Maybe even today, but go on bookiebullies.com. Link is in the description. Look out for my free plays starting tomorrow. And if I'm feeling it, I'll give you guys some today. So that's pretty much it for me. Like I tell you all the time, please don't bet what you can't afford to lose. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Don't try to get rich overnight. You're gonna lose your money. So be safe, be good, and I'll see you again tomorrow.